some girl being super flirty to the guy and acting stupid so that he thinks she's more attractive and fuckable. That doesn't bother you. What else?
No, that doesn't. And that's probably super subjective and self-serving.
Okay, well, you're just proving my point even further. This is going nowhere.
How does that prove your point? You can't just claim that your point is proven without...
This isn't going... You said it's self-serving, like you being attracted to that and not having a problem with it. So,
right.
Yeah, so you don't have a problem with it because you're selfish, not because there's, like, you can't have a problem with one thing and then not that.
I do have a problem when a girl acts ratchety and misspells her words intentionally. So, yes, that fluctuation is fine with me, probably for self-serving reasons. It's not false, though.
But you're conflating, like, somebody...
It's not false?
It's not an error. It's not... Yeah.
Someone speaking femininely, quote unquote, is not like you'll understand them completely. They're not saying anything grammatically incorrect. So you correlating the two are like, or relating the two are so is like just weird.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Taylor, I haven't really heard you make any good points yet. I'm sorry, man.
I don't. Yeah. Do you, okay, Spacey, since you feel like being involved, do you think that there's a correlation between a forced S sound that is prolonged and gay men?
I mean, I noticed that a lot of gay men speak in like that, effeminate way. But again, like I guess, I mean, Neptune has made some pretty good points about why they do that. So
he's made broader points about speech patterns and people,
which is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm talking about gay men and lisps. You're talking about people and speech.
Well, yeah, Neptune just broadened the scope. Like, it's...
But I've got a very specific question.
Well, what is it?
Now is why the fuck... Okay. Why is the correlation there?
Why did you say it like that?
Like what?
What did you say? You said a gay?
He said, no, why the fuck is the correlation there?
No, he said,
hold on. Stereotype.
No,
I can't understand what he said. He said a gay? Is that what he said?
Are you being clever, or did you not hear it? You're being clever, aren't you?
Well, I just didn't understand what you said because you didn't really like enunciate very well. So
still trying this one.
Sorry. Proceed.
Some of them you gotta just drop and walk away from.
Okay, so Neptune, now I just thought about it. So what you're saying is the reason they have this way of speaking is because when they are growing up, the stereotype they're experiencing is like kind of ingrown to them, like when they're growing up, like, and the people they look up to, which are probably gay.
No, it's usually women. So like, for instance,
they mimic the way women talk and stuff, or what?
Naturally, without even realizing it. So like, for instance, I thought my dad was like a complete barbarian idiot. I did not want to be like him at all. And my mom was really articulate and precise when she spoke. And so I aspired mostly to be like her in that way. And then naturally it kind of came off as sounding feminine because that's who I was learning to speak from. So you can imagine all the ways that could be a thing, you know. There's some gay men who really have great, like, who didn't really have, like, aspire to speak a certain way or speak like someone or admire someone in that way who is a woman or anything. And they end up just talking normal, or straight sounding or whatever.
Yeah, I just thought they kind of did it to, like, it was something they could switch on and off. That's what I thought it was, actually.
No, it's like it's just the way they talk, really.
Okay.
I mean, I'm guilty of, like, when I'm arguing with a straight person, the straight guy in particular, I kind of turn on the gay thing because I know that it irritates them and gets under their skin. But yeah, but in general, that's just the way people talk.
Well, it's
Nothing.
kind of interesting.
Casey, if I ask a question and the answer is to give a parable on a broader scope, but I'm only asking a specific question, who's the avoidant one?
He's trying to actually like.
He's trying to make it broad.
He's trying to impart knowledge on you so that you can understand more deeply than.
Did I ask for deep understanding?
Well, what are you actually looking to get out of this conversation?
I legit
That's what he's
answered
asking you. He did answer you.
You did finally legit answer it.
I answered it like 5 million times in 5 million different ways, and none of them sunk into your straight head.
You answered it 5 million fucking ways, and before answering it the direct way, which you finally did when Magnus asked it.
Well, maybe Magnus articulated the question properly. And you didn't.
I suppose there's no way to prove that you're just being a douche.
Is Taylor upset? I'm sorry, Taylor.
Taylor's irritated. Now, Taylor's on to Spacey. Spacey.
Taylor, it's okay. You weren't making good points. You kind of lost this one. Just
Come at me, Taylor.
call
What
it
do you got?
How is
What
it
do you got?
avoiding to ask a question and continue asking the same fucking question specifically? I'll wait.
Isn't that a Freud thing? Like the theory that you pick up speech patterns from your parents and people around you?
Well, to some extent, it's just logic.
Yeah, I guess to some extent.
I mean, yeah, I've picked up on a lot of mannerisms from the people that I spent a lot of time around growing up. So,
I've also noticed that. Sorry.
And I was just going to use Audra as an example. She highly related to her dad, wanted to be like her dad, and then voila, you get Audra. Do you think Audra like turns things off and on? It's just the way Audra is. Like, she's a prime example.
Yeah.
Do you understand, Taylor?
The concern was never about the actual speech. It was about you trying to impart broad understanding on something that I wasn't fucking asking about.
No, I answered your question and then continued to give you.
Did it finally
more. It was all honestly relevant, so I don't know why you'd be upset about understanding things a little bit better.
Taylor, you're not even being remotely direct anymore. You're just railing and bitching and moaning and whining right now. Like, if you want to actually have a productive conversation, then just start being articulate and direct and productive once again.
I asked
rather than just
question.
Saying again and again, answering the question and
without having to bring in all the rest of your opinions that you're trying to impose on them.
Just be direct now.
And then I had to say several times, I wasn't asking about all that other shit. I was asking about this thing right here.
If INFT is in the chat saying what is the direct issue, you know that like there's some indirectness going on. And it's not for me.
It's not?
No, I answered every one of your questions. I don't know what you want from me.
Neptune, what was my question?
You asked why is there the correlation between
what were your answers? Some of them.
I gave you multiple answers. Which one do you want me to take?
You told me about Valley Girls. You told me about masculine men. You told me about basically all sorts of speech patterns. None of them were the one I asked about.
I was telling you how speech develops, and I'm saying that you can't really pin down the correlation to any one thing because there's multiple reasons why people speak the way they do.
I understand the meaning that you were surrounding the non-answer with. I do. But when I ask you why there's a correlation there, and you say, does it bother you when a girl's voice gets higher when she's talking to
No, that was not that was not the response that I gave immediately after you asked the question. I answered the question and then probably added that onto the end of it. But I mean, regardless, it's been cleared up now. So anything beyond this is just you trying to win in some way.
Taylor, just have the last word.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to have the last word. I would love to stay here and have the last word. You never did explain. I do have a little bit of time still. You never did explain your comment on avoidance.
Me?
Stacy.
Yeah, I think you're asking why I'm saying that you're being avoidant?
I am. Again.
Because you're refusing to accept the answers you've been given.
Because they were answering different questions that wasn't asked.
No, your question was answered. And now you're not going to ask it again because I don't know why.
It's been answered. It's been answered.
Okay, so what is the fucking problem?
Why the fuck are you putting your opinion in about who's being avoidant?
Because when I did answer it, you kept trying to like go back to
exactly
that I already answered.
Because I think you're wrong, Taylor. That's why. That's all.
Audra said, Taylor, eat a Snickers.
That actually might be good advice. Okay, well, Spacey and Neptune, you're both still douchebag. I'd punch you in the face if I was with you.
I'm the master race.
Yeah, pretty much.